During the apostolic visits and trips of Pope Francis to the Holy Land and the Middle East, some friars of the custody of the Holy Land accompanied him on various occasions. Brother Marcelo Cicchinelli served as master of ceremonies, while in Cyprus, Br Eduardo Masseo acted as interpreter. Here are their testimonies. I have a long history with Pope Francis. I come from a Jesuit parish in Mendoza, made up of those priests from the peripheries, as he called them. When Pope Francis became Archbishop of Buenos Aires, he was already someone I admired. I never imagined that life would lead me to welcome him here in the Holy Land. A meeting full of ecumenical and spiritual significance. In the Holy Land, Pope Francis renewed the historic embrace between Rome and Constantinople, recalling the meeting between Pope Paul VI and Patriarch Athenagoras, a gesture of peace, dialogue and unity that still lives among the sacred stones of Jerusalem.
L'incontro che è stato bellissimo, questo incontro ecumenico. Viene quelli della sicurezza vaticana e ci dice.
The ecumenical meeting was beautiful. The Vatican security told us, Father Marcelo and Father Stefan, who was in the garden, Pope Francis will come to have lunch at St. Saviour tomorrow. And I thought, what? What? Impossible. In my mind, it wasn't joy, it was panic about security shutting everything down. He arrived late because of a meeting at Notre Dame. Here, it was packed with security. The friars knew nothing. We rang the bells at 11 o'clock, and lunch was at 1. 2 hours all together in the refectory. We announced to the community that the Pope would eat with us. The friars were amazed. A great joy for the community. The elderly friars were there too. He recognized many of them. He remembered ordaining Brother Gustavo in Buenos Aires and told him, I ordained you. Yes, he remembered. One of the most beautiful moments, breaking protocol to come and see us.
Sì, si ricordava. Questo è uno dei momenti più belli, penso, che ha rotto il protocollo e è venuto a trovarci noi qui.
Br Eduardo Masseo also has his personal story with Pope Francis. He learned about the custody through a TV program and arrived in the Holy Land at just 18 years old. For him, meeting Pope Francis happened during the apostolic trip to Cyprus, where he served as interpreter, a sign of providence he still reflects on today.
Per me è stata una cosa del tutto misteriosa. O semplicemente un giorno, il 12 ottobre del 2000.
For me, it was a completely mysterious experience. On October the 12th, 2021, I simply received a call from the custodies of the Holy Land. He informed me that I would be the Pope's interpreter. I knew I would accompany the Holy Father throughout his apostolic trip to Cyprus and then Greece. Even today, I have no answer as to why it was me. I truly believe it was the work of divine providence.
Sono stato eletto perché mi è stato chiesto questo servizio, però credo che sia effettivamente la Divina Provvidenza.
From the experience in Cyprus, Brother Eduardo and Pope Francis developed a friendship and closeness, especially during the period when Brother Eduardo lived in Rome for his studies. They often met.
Ho conosciuto Mario Bergoglio. Ho conosciuto colui che.
I met Jorge Bergoglio, a man who gave himself completely to the Church. The most beautiful thing is that a wonderful relationship was born between us. He showed great kindness. For example, he called my sister to wish her a happy birthday. My mother also called him several times and even went to visit him.
Ma allo stesso tempo mia mamma è andata a trovare il Papa, quindi.
He was the Pope, but with me he was like a grandfather. He showed genuine care and trust. What mattered in our meetings was dialogue, exchanging ideas, even when we disagreed, and this was something he always appreciated.
Mi ricordo uno dei tanti episodi molto simpatici.
I remember a funny moment in Cyprus. A friar had asked me to get the Pope's signature on a copy of Laudato Si. I handed it to the Pope and he asked me a question about its content. To be honest, I had never read it. I thought, maybe I'll guess. But what if he asks a second question? So I replied honestly, Holiness, I've never read it. He looked at me and said, Are you even Catholic? And I said, Excuse me, but not having read your document doesn't mean I'm not Catholic.
Significa che io non sono cattolico.
Choosing the name Francis, even as a Jesuit, brought a deeper and more attentive look toward the poor in the church.
È vero, San Francesco l'ha sempre accompagnato.
It's true that St. Francis always accompanied him from the beginning. Throughout his pontificate, he tried with all his strength to live out the consequences of the name he had chosen. He was a man in whom words truly became flesh, a man who deeply believed and lived what he preached.
Uomo che credeva e viveva ciò che effettivamente diceva.
Padre, Figlio, Spirito Santo.